This video is great in terms of demonstrating what synthesizing or synthesis means. However, I'm going to stop it at certain points to give...
I think he wants you to carefully listen to what's about to play.
Have you ever given any thought to the way you process information? The truth is, you do it all the time. Not just online, but at home, at work, and in the conversations you have every day. You read a negative review for the latest Steven Spielberg movie. You hear from a friend that it's actually pretty good. You put both of those sources together and use them to form an opinion based on what you already know. You know you like Steven Spielberg, but maybe you're not really interested in the movie. You decide to wait till it comes out on DVD. Believe it or not, there's a word for that. It's called synthesis. But for our purposes, it may be easier to think of it as putting things together in your head.
Not just like what's in front of you, but like the nuances and the sort of the humanity and intellect. You read more books than any person I know. You listen to more music. You look at more art. You watch more television and film. You're actually taking in all the information and you're synthesizing it, and you're bringing it into this really unique perspective that is all about how it like connects all of us together, even if it doesn't feel like it has anything to do with one another. And you bring it to the world in this joyous, beautiful, like buoyant light that is you.
Synthesis is something that happens naturally in everyday life. You hear or read about something new, in this case differing opinions about the latest Spielberg movie, then you file that information away in your own personal database. Also in that database are little bits of memory and other things that you've learned or experienced, all throughout your life. These things combine to form an understanding of the subject. This is also how you form an opinion on the subject. The same thing happens when you consume information online, for example, when you read an article or watch a video. But what if you had to form more than an opinion?
Of course, opinion means whether you like or dislike something.
What if you had to produce something tangible, like a blog post, a presentation, or a research paper for school? The process is remarkably similar. First, it wouldn't be right to just throw your research together, save it in a Word document, and call it a day.
The same would apply to you just summarizing content or using others' work without citations.
Your work should be like your opinions. Your work should be unique. Instead, think about your sources and start putting them together in your head.
So here, her use of the word sources is synonymous with my use or our use of the word text. Okay? So when you are being asked to refer to your book, that is a source material that you're going to make references to, but it doesn't mean that that is the only means through which you're going to synthesize information. To synthesize, remember, is to put together multiple sources of information and to offer or come up with a new meaning or a new contribution of some sort, a new understanding, whatever that might be. So for you to synthesize is very different than me asking you to make reference to your book twice within each of your 5 reading reflective pieces. The source material you're considering, in this case the book, has to be combined with other stuff for you to synthesize. Remember, it's multiple pieces coming together. That could be your life experience, other things you've come across in your life, like movies, music, etc. As far as that goes, the world is your oyster. It does not mean that only the content from the book is going to result in a synthesis.
Your work should be unique. Instead, think about your sources and start putting them together in your head. In this example, articles that talk about green living. Look for connections between the materials that might help you understand the subject a little better. Look for connections in your personal database.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Look for connections in your personal database. For example, experience you have with recycling or saving energy at home. This will help you draw your own conclusions so you can eventually put your thoughts into your own words. That's synthesis. But really, it's as simple as putting all the information together and combining it in order to create something new.
Again, for your class, synthesis differs from referencing your source material, that is your books.
Remember that, and your next writing project is sure to be a success.